Okay, now we have a simple test. Let's expand it. Let's do the search. So you will see that the implementation flow is very similar to add task. So we are going to search task, and now we again need to implement the task, search task, and voila, Copilot helped us. So in our case, we have the search task, and we have two ways to search, by title or by ID. Let's first do it by title. You don't need to navigate to the page. You just need to send a key in this text here that will get the locator in a minute. We need to click on this button, the search button, and we also need to assert to grab this information here and return it. Okay, so let's check if Copilot was smart enough to get the correct locators to us. So let's inspect this enter. So in this case, the ID is search title, not correct. So let's replace this. Okay. And the second one, the button, is the search button, and we can do the same for simplicity. Just gonna get this CSS selector and replace it here. I don't care about the absolute CSS here. Again, it's not a Selenium course, it's a course about the framework. So, and we also need to get information from this table. So let's get this element here in the search, get the information from it. So we have an ID here. Just make the thing simple. Let's get the CSS selector also. And let's replace this. Again, I am returning the text. In this case, I expect the text to be 1. So let's just change it here. Let's use a string for now. So in our case, when we search a task with title do something, assert it's equal to 1. Okay, in this case is the ID. So let's run it and see what happens. It worked fine. Let's create a helper function here just to I'll call it hard wait, just to help us. It can be seconds. Yeah, you are smart. So in this case, before we return, let's do a hard wait here for 10 seconds, let's say. Let's close this and let's run the test again. You see, we have the task do something here and the ID is here. If we copy this implementation here to do other, for example, and we assert it is equal to 2 and we run, it will fail because we are not grabbing no, we need also to add a new task. Okay, so if we add a new task with title do other, in this case the ID will be 2, And if we run it, we have 2 tasks. And again, as I said, the expected result will not be correct because we are getting the wrong element from the table. Okay, so in this case, we could parameterize this selector here. Okay, we will not do this. Okay, this is just for illustrate that we can do the same operation many times. Okay, so we did this search. Let's do the remove. I'll call remove task. I will rely on Copilot to do the hard work to me, and it indeed did. Let's correct the IDs and the locators. So in this case, I have again a new class that I'm calling it remove task, and I need to fill this field that has the locator called remove ID. Let's replace this here. Okay, in this case it's not with title but with ID, and we also need to push this button to remove the task. When we remove the task, it gives me this feedback. Okay, so let's get the correct CSS selector for this element and paste it here. We also, let's remove this because we don't need to wait it again. Let's get the label. So this label here, let's inspect here, and it has the ID remove message. So we just need to change it here and paste it here, and we need to assert the ID one was removed successfully. In this case, we already have I duplicated it, which was not necessary. We have transaction here, and when we remove task with ID 1 asserts, then we assert it's equal to task with ID removed successfully. Okay, let's run, check what happened. Okay, it was removed. Remember that we have a hard wait here. Let's just remove this, and the test works fine. And then again, it works fine. Okay, I will not evolve the test here. You can see that with this framework, the main test is simple to be read, and the implementation of the transactions is very, very simple. If you want, you can do other abstractions here. You don't need to use raw Selenium inside of the transactions, but this is your choice. If you do this implementation, is this style of the implementation that we did here, your test will work fine. So take in mind that we didn't need to know or care if the elements here are text field, if they are buttons, if they are labels. Okay, We just care about the transactions. Each transaction is a set of interactions. Okay, so let's stop, and in the next video we are going to implement other features. Okay, the test is done, but we need to implement it to make it better. Okay, bye bye, thank you.